Hi, everyone. Okay. Hi, hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our session, What's New in Bixby for Smart Home Developers. Personally, it's great to be back in this atmosphere to see you face to face. I'm Juan Kim from AI team in Samsung Electronics.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm John Aliotto from Bixby Labs. This afternoon, Juan and I are going to talk about all the work we've been doing at Bixby to empower you, device developers, to create powerful, intelligent, differentiated voice experiences for your SmartThings-connected devices.
There's never been a better time to be a smart home developer. The opportunity in the smart home space is enormous and getting larger every year. Some projection indicates that by 2026, the market size will be more than tens of billions of dollars in the United States alone.
But you guys know that, or you'd have gone to a different talk.
Right.
But actually, let me get to know you guys a little better. How many device developers in the room? Device developers, okay. Voice developers, any? I know you. I know you. Bixby developers? Okay, good. Oh, awesome, awesome. And then just general other developers? We really got a good cross-section of people in the room. That's exciting. You know, Juan and I are super passionate about this subject, so we tend to kind of plow through it. But we really want you guys to feel free to interrupt us, raise your hand, ask questions during the talk. We're happy to answer them. There'll be a QA at the end, so you can save your questions until then. And both Juan and I will be at our booth in the MX Tech area later on this afternoon, and we'd love to have a conversation with you. So let's keep it interactive, please.
The opportunity is huge, but the smart home development is not without its challenges. In fact, as my team has invested more and more time building voice experiences for our Samsung devices, we have run through a lot of different challenges, and probably you have the similar too. But the good news is that we set up a set of tools and technologies that actually help us be successful in building a great voice experience for our Samsung devices. And we believe that will help you too. We've identified the 3 key challenges for the smart home developers that we are focused on addressing at Bixby. The first key challenge, is integration. It can be difficult for the device developers to integrate their device to a large device ecosystem. There are lots of different integration protocols and platforms that device developers, you should know about. At the end of the day, you just want to just want your device to play well with other devices together with the device that your users has. But that is not a simple question. The second key challenge is that you want to focus on what you do best, building the great devices. But you may want to offer a new or interesting way for your user to interact with your devices, especially voice control. Right. Apps are great, phones are great, but sometimes those could be inconvenient for your users to use. So, in those situations, we believe that the voice is the most powerful interface for your user to use your devices. But building such a voice interface for your device is quite tough and requires a different set of skills that divides your focus on making your own good devices. The third key challenge, which is the most important one, is differentiation. How do you make your device to stand out other devices that may offer the similar features? We believe that the differentiation boils down a real-world problem of a user and in your own way. After all, your devices are going to provide intelligent and unique experience, especially the voice experience to your users, and that will delight your users. But just being able to turning on and off a device with voice, That's good, but only with it. It doesn't make your device stand out.
So we're going to dive deeper into each one of these 3 challenges, but let me give you a quick TLDR. SmartThings has you covered for ease of integration. Bixby gives you the power of voice control, and Bixby Home Studio allows you to tailor those voice control experiences to solve real-world problems. So let's talk more in depth about each one of these technologies and how they address those key challenges.
We will start with integration. In order to meet this challenge, we've thought deeply about how Bixby and SmartThings work together. On your right, SmartThings. This has been a secure and private and easy to integrate IoT platform.
How many of you have integrated a device with SmartThings before? Awesome, lots of you. So you know how easy it can be, and you heard in the keynote that it's really going to get a lot easier in the future, so that's great news.
Yeah, that's true. It couldn't be simpler for your device to integrate and join a lot of devices that are already connected to the SmartThings platform. But we have taken a step further. SmartThings now provide a seamless Matter integration. That means your users can connect Matter-compatible devices to the SmartThings platform through SmartThings Hub, adjust with other devices that are already in the SmartThings platform. Those devices instantly become controllable through the SmartThings app and voice-enabled by Bixby. In short, when you integrate your device with SmartThings, you can be assured that your device can play well together with other devices that your users have and be easy to control either via SmartThings app or by voice with Bixby. Once you resolve your integration problem, the next key thing is providing the better intelligent voice experience to your users, not dividing the focus on making good devices. But particularly when it comes to a voice enablement for the device, it is difficult and time-consuming and requires a lot of different skills like automatic speech recognition or natural language understanding, just to name a couple.
At Bixby, we want you to stay focused on what you do great, making awesome devices, while we focus on the plumbing of voice control. That's why Bixby and SmartThings provide instant, seamless voice enablement for connected devices. As Juan said, you don't need any special skills to get that capability. No NLU, no ASR, it's all for you right out of the box without any additional work from you. In fact, Bixby offers many voice control functions directly from connected devices, so you don't have to do any additional work.
Right.
In addition, when your device is connected to SmartThings, Bixby will immediately start to suggest to users voice commands that they may not know about. This empowers your users to start using voice right away without any additional work from you. Your users will be able to quickly start getting control of their devices using voice just by integrating your device into the SmartThings network, excuse me. That way you don't divide your focus and you keep doing what you do best, building great devices.
The last key challenge is differentiation. You want your device to stand out from other devices, but in order for your device to stand out, your device has to solve a real problem of your end users in their own ways. Right? Oftentimes, responding simply to a user's request doesn't actually answer or respond to what really user wants. At Bixby, we always have been passionate to solve this problem and giving our users the true voice experiences that goes beyond a simple device control. John, can you share us an example what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, what does it mean to respond intelligently to your user? Let's take a look at a naive way that a voice assistant might respond, and then we'll contrast that with a more intelligent way for a voice assistant to respond. So let's say you have your smart AC connected to your SmartThings, and you say, hey, voice assistant, lower the temperature. Voice assistant says, the AC's off. You say, voice assistant, turn on the AC. Your AC is on. Voice assistant, lower the temperature. I lowered the temperature. This is not a good user experience. Obviously, the intent of the user when they said, voice assistant, lower the temperature, was to turn on the AC if it was off, okay? This does not give you a good voice user experience, and people are not going to come back to this experience and use it again and again. We can respond in a much, much smarter way. So this time, you say, hey, Bixby, lower the temperature. Bixby's able to go out, check the status of the AC. If it's off, simply turn it on, lower the temperature, and say, hey, I lowered the temperature. Exactly what the user wanted to do in the first place. Bixby can also do more intelligent things. Say, for example, you have smart contacts on your windows. You could say, hey, Bixby, lower the temperature. Bixby could go check the status of those windows. I have kids, they leave them open all the time. And say, hey, you might want to close your windows before you turn on the AC to save you some energy. That's a much more intelligent user experience that will cause your devices to stand out from other devices with similar or the same features.
That looks very cool. How does that work?
I know you don't want to become a voice developer. I mean, we get it. We build voice experiences, and that can be difficult. You know, we build voice experiences for our devices all the time, and so we have built a tool that enables device developers to much more easily create these types of powerful voice experiences for their users. That tool is Bixby Home Studio. Bixby Home Studio is a no-code, drag-and-drop web user interface that provides powerful testing and debugging. It also provides pre-trained voice commands so device developers do not need to worry about natural language training. Let's take a look at how you can use Bixby Home Studio to build experiences that go beyond voice control and offer your users a true voice experience, a voice assistant experience. So here we have Bixby Home Studio, and you'll see on the left-hand side there's a toolbar, and on the right-hand side there's a canvas. You can go ahead and drag nodes across from the toolbar onto the canvas. Every flow starts with a start node. You can have attribute nodes to query the state of various different devices on the network. You can issue commands to devices on the network. You can respond to your users in intelligent ways, and you can query your users if you need more information. So let's take a look at first the kind of naive way I talked about device control before. Very simple, turn my device on or off. So here's the flow, let's zoom in, and you'll see we've got a start node. Hey, turn on the device, turn on the thermostat. A command node that issues the command to the device, and we will get a success back if it turns on, and we will get a failure back if it doesn't. Super simple device control scenario with a very simple flow. But let's look at a more complex, actually, we're gonna run it first, of course. And you can see here, the nice thing is you get responses back from the SmartThings API. So it's very easy to test and very easy to debug your flows. So you can see we issued the command, we got a success response, all is well, and we saw what Bixby said, hey, we turned on the thermostat. Now let's look at a more complex flow, okay? We'll zoom in here. We start in basically the same way. Turn on the AC. You know, we give a command. But this time, instead of simply doing that or saying the AC is off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna query the status of the smart contacts on the windows, okay? And if we see that the windows are open, we can respond to the user in a more intelligent way. So let's run that flow here. You'll see we've got all the responses from the API, and you can see in the middle by the attribute node, okay, we see your windows are open. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna say, hey, we turned on the AC, but your windows are open, you might want to close them to save some energy. Likewise, we'll run it again with the windows closed. And this time, you'll see there the attribute node in the middle is closed, so the green line branches to the other response, which is simply, okay, I turned on your AC, right? Very simple way to build this flow, but a much, much more intelligent user interface. That's a couple of quick examples of what Bixby Home Studio can do. I want to give you one more because I really like it. It can query external services. So let's say you've got your sprinklers attached to your SmartThings network. You say, hey, Bixby, turn on the sprinklers. Bixby can go out to a weather service, find out what the forecast is for where you are, and say something like, hey, are you sure you want to turn on the sprinklers? It's about to rain, saving you money on your water bill. So we could save you money on your electric bill with the windows, and we could save you money on your water bill with the sprinklers. All right, let's wrap it up. Bixby and SmartThings working together to empower device developers to easily integrate their devices into the network. Stay focused on creating great devices by offloading the work of voice training and voice commands to us and giving you the ability to make differentiated experiences that will delight your users. So, Juan, where can I get this tool?
Okay. Well, the tool is already out there. I'm so happy to announce that Bixby Home Studio is available for you to use. You can visit this bhs.bixbydevelopers.com, and you can use Bixby Home Studio right now. You can also find everything you need from accessing the tool to all the educational contents and samples from the bixbydevelopers.com. If you'd like to learn more about the Bixby Home Studio, you can visit our booth out there in the MX Tech and see lots of different scenarios what you can use using Bixby Home Studio. Also, you can try the Bixby Home Studio and get a free t-shirt.
Nice.
You can also watch online talk that goes deeper into the Bixby Home Studio. For the one who watching this show from the online, we prepared a code wrap, and in the code wrap there are several interesting challenges you can solve with Bixby Home Studio. You can do it right away. Thank you so much for learning about how Bixby and SmartThings work together to solve the real end-user problem that we think important. We will keep working hard to make this experience better and better, but we believe that we cannot do it by our own. We really need your feedback and opinion about us. Please contact us and give your valuable feedback. Thank you very much.
I see some questions, sir. I think we have some. Oh, we have mic runners.
Mic over there. Yeah.
Yeah. This gentleman has a question.
This question's for Mr. Alioto. I haven't spoken to you since you interviewed with me at Microsoft, so nice to see you still.
Good to see you as well. Sorry, I didn't recognize you.
Regarding publishing the apps and getting them certified, it doesn't show, like, how do you publish it from the coding environment to actually get it certified, published, and available for other people's use?
Yeah, it's a great question. The way we're doing that right now is it's pretty much a white glove process. So one of our engineers will work with your engineers to get things published. They don't go live automatically because we can't have everybody kind of doing that. So it's a process that we go through with you, but it's a basic standard process. We can publish it to a small group. You can test it, and then we can launch it live.
What's the duration? So if I execute today and I want to use my app, how long will it take?
Technically a half an hour.
Yeah.
You know, if we're really happy with the way things are working, we test it out, everything's great, the deployment is extremely
So answer to that question more in detail. Once you can test those devices from your local PC with the other device connected to SmartThings. You can upload that we call graph to the server. Then all the other developers in your company can test that for the same, the one that you uploaded, right? And you publish it through our publication system. We will review it, and once you go to the public, then immediately apply to all the users that have your devices.
Other questions? All right. right, then we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, we will be at the booth, so please stop by and check out Bixby Home Studio.
Yep.
Thank you all.
Thank you.